Let's try some new makeup today. If you're here, weird noises, it's my cat. She's playing with the Sephora box. She has to do what she gotta do, but in the meantime, we're gonna try on all the stuff that I got during the Sephora sale, which is to say, the Patrick Ta foundation, Charlotte Tilbury viral blush, the Fenty, I have a lip combo, I have something for the eyes. It's gonna be a full face of new makeup I got from the Sephora sale. I am breaking out a little bit. I feel like my skin is purging. I've been adding some actives, so I don't really feel like the best going into this video without makeup on. So let's put on some foundation to feel better and judge this new Patrick Ta foundation, because I've heard mixed reviews about it, so I'm very curious to see what I think about it myself. So as usual, I'm gonna prime my face using the Skin 1004 Madagascar Scented Ampoule. This is my favorite thing ever. I'm almost done with it, and I also have a mini size for travel. You can find the link for this in the description box. I always use this as skin prep because I feel like it makes every foundation look the best it can look. I just drip it down my face like a mad person and smush it in. This is a great product if you have dry skin and you feel like makeup, any foundation you use looks like a bit cakey. This is gonna definitely revitalize your skin and prep it for makeup, but you can also use it like as a serum at night to help your skin barrier. So I'm gonna go in with the Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Foundation. This is in the shade Rosy Neutral number 3. If you haven't watched the Sephora sale haul, I think this is very luxe. And the skin match is perfect, or at least it seemed to be perfect for my hand. I'm just gonna do one pump and see how far it goes actually. I mean, can you see the skin match is absurd? It doesn't look like I'm putting anything on. That's crazy. I think this is the best matching foundation I have. Also, the first thing I'm noticing just by applying it the first time, I have applied it here where I have some pores, and it seems to be covering them up really well. Can you see like my pores? I'm getting very close and personal. But yeah, I can see my pores here and here with the foundation. That is promising. As for the formula, it looks like a serum-y foundation. It actually reminds me of the Hydrating Makeup Forever foundation, but while I didn't really love the formula there, I like this one because it feels a bit thinner. I mean, so far it is very like luminous and skin-like. You can see it on my cheekbones. Seems that one pump is not enough though. I did like only half my face. So this foundation is called, among the other long words, a skin perfecting foundation, and I can definitely see that in the way it covers up and blurs my pores. Now, keep in mind, I don't have like super large pores. I feel like they are normal pores, but I cannot really see them. It's just like I'm putting on a blurring powder. I am super impressed by the match. It is a rosy neutral, and it is actually a rosy neutral, you know what I mean? If you are a fair person, you definitely understand where I'm coming from. Sometimes foundations call themselves neutral and then they are definitely yellow or definitely pink, and this one is perfectly neutral with a touch of pink for my cool undertone. So this is the finished foundation, like fully applied. I feel like it is adhering to my face. Of course, you can still see my imperfections like here. I've been picking at that one because I'm that bad, but I don't dislike having like things show because I feel like it makes my makeup look more natural. And I definitely think that this is one of those foundations that you really can tell that you're wearing something, but it is perfecting my complexion, like blurring pores, adjusting the tone, so making everything look even. I really like it so far. It feels a bit sticky, but it might be one of those foundation that like slowly sets. So I'm not gonna set it right away. I'm just gonna give it a chance to do what it wants to do. Let's go for the eyes. So I don't really have a lot for the eyes, but I do have this Danessa Myricks Color Fix. This is the metallics in the shade Ballerina. This is like a pinky metallic liquid eyeshadow, and I don't want to just put on a liquid metallic and call it a day. I want to do like a soft rosy look, and I'm actually gonna use the blush from this Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Soulmates face palette. This one, the viral Sailor Moon looking one, and I'm gonna go for this blush and use it as eyeshadow actually, because I don't think, with so many blushes in this haul, I don't think I'm gonna be using this one, but this is very soft. But I still would love to see the tones on my skin, so I'm gonna use it very softly. You can definitely see that this is a blurring powder blush. Like, it's super soft, not very pigmented, which is great. I like blushes that aren't like super pigmented from the start. It is a warm pink that I feel like is great for summer and spring. I keep saying spring, but I feel like people are already looking at summer because we are halfway there. I mean, we aren't, but it feels like so many beauty releases coming one after the other. We really cannot enjoy the season when it is there, and we're just more like focused on what's next. I adjusted the brightness a little bit. I feel like I'm not really sure how it looks because I have these huge lights on my face and I can't really tell if the screen is too bright or not, but I'm just gonna hope for the best. And I'm slowly building up that pinky blush. That is super pretty as an eyeshadow color, by the way. And I'm gonna use a smaller brush just to apply it on my lower lash line as well. Here's my eyeshadow blushy base, and then I'm gonna go into the Color Fix Ballerina. I'm gonna apply it on my hand a bit, and I think I'm gonna pick up a flat brush. I'm gonna apply it with the brush. So as I mentioned in my unboxing for this, is this too bright? It's gonna be bothering me for the rest of the video. As I mentioned in my unboxing, like in my haul, this is a sheen. It's not like the Fenty Diamond Bomb. It looks super metallic when you squirt it out, but when you apply it, can you see how molten that looks? When you apply it, it's just like this sparkle with a pinky base. It is gonna give you that wet look, but it doesn't have like huge glitter particles such as the Fenty or Space Cowboy. So that is my vision when I got this eyeshadow. That is super pretty. Like just a touch of sheen and a pinky look. Okay, so I did my eyeliner and mascara. I forgot my brows, but I'll do them later. So let's talk about the new blushes. So I have a few options here. I have two of the new YSL Make Me Blush blushes. So I have the one in the shade 42, which is this baby pink. And then I have 44, which is a more mauvey pink. Then I have the new Fenty Hot Cheeks blush lighter. And I haven't gotten rid of the packaging yet because anything with cherries I love. But look at this packaging. That is so cute. And this is a more reddish, like strawberry red blush with some gold specks. And last but not least, we have that blush from the Charlotte Tilbury Duo, which I applied on my eyes, so I'm not gonna use this one as blush. But which one do I wanna use? I feel like all these three shades, like it's impossible for me to go red and one of these, but I I will still try to do that. I'm gonna start with the baby pink because I like it. I like that shade. So these are sheeny. They are luminous blushes. From the first swatch on my hand, this looked like super buildable, and yeah, you can see it's not like full pigment. I am, by the way, applying a powder blush directly on the foundation, so we'll see if it picks up the foundation, if the foundation is too sticky and it's gonna create like some patches. I actually didn't think about it. I usually go in with powders on top of my liquid foundations all the time, so I didn't connect the dots, but super pretty. It is luminous, so it's not sucking the life out of my cheeks. I feel like also because of the foundation underneath, which is pretty satiny and lifelike. That's super pretty. I like the fact that it's not super pigmented from the start. I like being able to build it up if I want. And as always, when I apply my blush, I just clean things up with my foundation sponge so that it looks more natural. And I am also gonna try that Fenty blush. You bet I'm gonna do that. So let's pick up another brush. And this is Fenty, so I'm expecting it to be super pigmented. So I'm just gonna go like this. Yeah, that's definitely enough. And let's see, I'm gonna use it on the apples on my cheeks. I'm very scared. Okay, so just from the get-go, the Fenty one is definitely more sheeny. Can you see the difference from here to here? Ah, that's so pretty. I feel like that's a Snow White kind of blush right there, like reddish on the apples of your cheeks, and you look straight out of a Disney fairy tale. I apply too much here. Yeah, this is gonna last me for centuries. I think I'm gonna give it to my kids. It's weird, but on me, I don't feel like it looks too red. Maybe it's because I use that baby pink as the base, but I feel like it is kind of pink on me. So I'm gonna adjust the intensity a little bit. Guys, am I tripping? Like, it looks pink. It is pink. I'm gonna have to try it alone, like just by itself, and see if it's catching the base of that baby doll pink. But I like the sheen. I really like the sheen. And I'm gonna set things now, which I should have done a bit earlier. I'm gonna use the pressed powder from the Charlotte Tilbury Duo. This is a pinky powder. It's not gonna look pink when you compare it to me because I'm fair with rosy undertone, so it's basically the same color of my skin. I'm gonna use a big poofy brush, and I'm gonna be careful because I don't want to catch any blush on this. Feels like I'm picking up nothing, but I think I am. And I'm gonna start. Oh, by the way, the foundation, it is still a bit sticky, but I don't feel it on my skin. You know when you have these sticky foundations and you can definitely feel like you're wearing something? I think it's not doing that, which I like. But I'm gonna just set it because that is how I normally would go. With my foundations, I always apply a bit of powder to help it last and lock in a bit better. So I'm just gonna start with my forehead. And this powder, do you see the difference there? I'm just gonna apply it on this side of my face. Can you see the difference between these two sides? That is crazy. I had only tried a mini size of this. I'm trying not to get too much on the blush because I want to keep that luminosity from it. I tried only a mini size and it's already, I knew it was super good. I feel like it's on par with the Huda and the Givenchy powders, but it's just pressed and you can more easily take it with you in your bag. I also really like the fact that it's 2-in-1 because I feel like I'm more excited about a product that offers me 2 options, and you know, it's multi-use. You have both powder, blush, and setting powder. So that's I think that I really like this product. I'm really impressed so far. That's it for the face. I'm gonna go with the lips. So I have two options here. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Dream Talk Love Effect lipstick, or I have an Hourglass lip combo. Since this is just like a berry lipstick, I think I want to go with the Hourglass combo. It may not go perfectly well with this look, but I'm just trying out makeup today. I don't have anything to do later, so it's just basically like a pre-shower makeup. I can do whatever I want. So this is the Hourglass Lip Shape and Sculpt Lip Liner in the shade Silhouette 6. It's a burgundy liner, and yeah, that's very deep. So the first thing I notice is that it's not like the ColourPop lip liners that I tried recently, where it's super creamy and it's really just so easy to slip with it. It is creamy, but it has some grip. So I'm definitely more confident going with this, that I'm not gonna mess it up. So it took me a bit because I find it so hard to do your liner with a color that is this deep and in contrast with your skin. But I've done my outline. I'm just gonna shade it in a bit. Also rubbing my lips together. Like, it feels like it is locking in. Like, I don't know if I can move it anymore. Yeah, it's definitely drying. Not my lips, I mean it's setting, that's what I meant to say. Okay, now I feel a bit less weird. When you first do your line without shading it, it feels weird. Now that I've blended it, it's a bit better. And to complete this, I have the Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm in the shade... What just happened? In the shade Red 0. This, it says volumizing, so I don't know if it has any plumping. And I'm gonna go complete this. Oh, I know why people like this product, like, immediately. This feels so good on the lips. I have definitely tried other lipsticks in this packaging. I think this is the formula that feels super, like, luxe. It is also helping me blend the liner a bit. And how glossy is that? That's crazy. That is super glossy. I really like the combo. I don't think it goes perfectly well with the rest of the look, as I mentioned, because this is like super soft, girly type of makeup, and this is super power. But if you just take a look at the lips themselves, I feel like they're super pretty. And I'm gonna say, I do feel like it's a bit plumping, like, it has that menthol kind of feel, but it's not powerful. Like, it's barely there, barely. So I don't know if it actually does anything because it's so faint, but I'm not gonna complain. So this is my full face of new products from the Sephora sale. Let me know what you think, if any product caught your eye. Let's talk about the makeup I tried so far. Oh, I was actually forgetting. I also have the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, so the fragrance, I like it and I don't at the same time. I feel like it's very floral. I can feel the rose a bit too much. I don't love roses. And I mean, I like the flower, I don't like the scent. So this was it for the new makeup try on. Some conclusions, like general considerations. The product that stood out the most to me, at least so far, well, I would say the products, because the first is definitely the Charlotte Tilbury duo. Apart from the packaging, I really like the powder. It's super blurring, and I also like the shade of the blush. I feel like it's super convenient to have both in one, especially if you're traveling. And the second product that I actually kinda am really liking is the Patrick Ta Major Skin Foundation. I know not a lot of people like this. So far, so good. It looks super pretty, it's not heavy, it is like not too much coverage. I don't like full coverage foundations. It looks skin-like. Yeah, so far it hasn't done me dirty. I will see how it wears through the day, but so far so good. But of course, it's just a first impression, so it can easily change. Really like the YSL blush. Like, I can understand why people like this. I like the fact that it's buildable, that it's not super powerful from when you dip your brush, so you can build it up. I don't know if it's the same for the other shade, 44, I think it's called Nude Lavalier. I don't know, I just tried the baby pink. And the combo, super cute, super glossy. The Fenty Beauty blush lighter, I like it. I feel like it's just a bit pink on me. I wish it was a bit more red, but it maybe just be my undertones and the blush underneath. And yeah, oh, I forgot. I actually forgot I also had this Giorgio Armani blush. That's a bummer. I could have tried it under the baby doll pink because it is a liquid blush. I'm gonna swatch it for you. Of course, there are so many blushes in this haul that I really could not like wear them all. I only have 2 cheeks, and yeah, this is the Giorgio Armani Cosmic Pink. And it also is a shimmery, sheeny pink. And yeah, it is a bit sheer. I will definitely try it out moving forward. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know in the comments if you tried any of this stuff. I'm always curious to hear your experience with the products that I get. And hopefully you will consider subscribing. It really helps. We are still very small, but I'm really appreciative of each and every one of you, and thank you for those who take the time to put a like. It really matters to me, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.